If you guys are in the same high school, would you have become friends? I like asking this question to friends I didn't meet in high school.
Yeah, this is a good question.
No.
What? More!
Lunch break!
Hey everyone.
Hello.
Lunch date actually.
Hang.
We have Jen with us.
And Wes.
With us, yes. This is my second lunch date. I had one with Taylor. I feel a little bad that I'm going on a second date without him.
I know, that'd be nice, a trio.
Yeah, but
Sorry, Tay-Tay.
you could see this as I ditched Taylor for you.
Oh, thank you.
We're doing this thing where we have more one-on-one conversations because you talk about different things.
Not getting overshadowed by other people and whatnot. Yeah. This is kind of weird. I haven't been on the set since like March.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Sitting here.
Nice.
It's kind of cool.
What are you eating?
I'm eating pad thai. Our Patreon +1 requested Thai food. Her name is Pam. Thank you, Pam.
Awesome. And we have some questions that we got from our Wangfu Forward shareholders. So thank you for those. Those are going to help us guide some of our talk. But we're going to jump in.
Yes.
All right.
How
How you doing, Jen?
We can take it off, right?
Oh, right. Almost forgot.
Yay!
All right.
Because gotta drink our boba.
Yeah, that boba. So this is something that we share, in common. We have a affinity towards the bobes.
Whenever, like every day, well, back when we were in the office, I feel like someone would be like, boba, and both of our, ears perk up. Boba? Someone say boba? I know you'd always be down.
Always down. I will admit, I felt more at ease knowing I had boba around. Because I would actually not finish it whenever I got it. I would save it for later, and
You'd always forget it in the fridge.
and always forget.
I guess it's almost like coffee at this point.
Exactly.
Like I just need it. I like the taste at this point.
It was actually that association that made me feel okay about it. I was like, you know what? People start their day drinking coffee every morning. This justifies me getting boba. I will say I didn't always get the tapioca though, so that changes a lot.
I was surprised that you ordered it.
This was because it's a lunch date. You got to make it special.
You would usually get milk tea. I got watermelon.
How's quarantine been for you? I feel like that question in itself we've been asking for 6 months now.
I know.
And it's like I don't not want to ask it, but it feels a little repetitive.
Well, I think we've been going through different phases. We've gone through I feel like 10 different lifetimes. I feel like maybe you related a lot because I feel like we're pretty similar, personality-wise. At the beginning, I thrived in it. I was like, yes, I gotta stay home all day and do things I finally have time for. So I was getting to all my crafting projects I've been meaning to do. I was trying to knit something.
Nice.
I've been doing scrapbooking and stuff. I was cooking and baking a lot, which is really odd because I never do that.
Banana bread?
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't do that. I would say the first 2 months was like that. It was kind of like a waiting game,
Because you're thinking, we'll get over this.
It will blow over, right?
Yeah.
And then being real, I think there's a sad period for a chunk of time. It's
after the creative.
yeah. Man, I was like, man, this isn't gonna end.
Yeah, it's
anytime
okay, the
soon.
novelty's kind
Gone.
of wearing off.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you feel that way?
I did. Maybe not exactly. You seemed to be a lot more productive than I was in the beginning.
It's an illusion.
In the beginning, it was almost a surreal feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think I didn't go right away into self reflection yet. It was more wow, the world is quiet. And I'll say this now, looking back, I felt bad to admit that I actually liked it.
Me too.
I didn't want to say that because I knew that it was a very painful time for people.
Yeah.
But there was a part of it that was like, wow, the world is quiet and actually taking time to think about things. And this would not have happened if it weren't for this virus, which is terrible. I know I'm not going to say that it's good or anything, but it was nature, the universe, however you want to explain it, forced us into this mode where we have to think about ourselves, think about others in a new way.
Like I was saying, I was thriving in it, but like you were saying, there's a lot of bad stuff happening. But then it also felt like I need to take that time for myself. So yeah, it was really weird, a conflicting feeling. I think eventually, I feel like I'm an empath. I don't know if you feel this way too.
That's when you feel other
people's you really absorb other people's feelings and emotions. You're really sensitive.
Right.
To other people's emotions.
I think I have a level of that, but maybe not.
I think you actually I think you can sense it, but maybe you're not attaching to yourself.
Right.
Like, I think I remember saying, I was like, I'm sad because the world is sad. And I remember thinking that for like a good month. And I think now the last phase is like things are like turning around. I think we're finding our new normal. I wouldn't say, maybe not turning around, but like we're readjusting to what this is.
It's finding the new normal. It's adjusting and making life work around it, and not life is back to what it was.
It's almost like we had to come to an acceptance. Like, it was like we're grieving almost, like this past world we had, and now it's like, okay, we come to terms with what this is and like how are you gonna live in this world. And I think that's where I'm at right now. So like, that relates to one of our Patreon questions. Someone asked like, what has been the wildest thing you've done in quarantine so far? / what is different in your new normal?
Wild.
I became a plant lady. I was telling Wes, like, I got a Monstera plant
Monster plant?
Monstera deliciosa.
Wait, is it spelled monster with an A?
Monster A.
That sounds like a K-pop band.
Ooh, wait, okay. I got the plant the weekend before, so in a way I feel like it represents how long quarantine has been going. It's kind of funny in a way, the metaphor is like, I felt like he wasn't really growing at some point, and he was like stunted, and then I had to get a new pot for him.
Hey, late bloomer, come on.
Yeah, a new pot for him, and he started thriving.
It was like, the pot that changed?
Yeah, because it was like flowing out.
And you gave it a new home.
Yes. And he had to readjust to his new home. Now saying that specific plant, you know you're doing a good job when it has the holes in them and the splits. And I finally got my first leaf that had a split, and I was like, that's been exciting. Something to at least look forward to. It's like, oh, even if I'm sad, here's some life right here. That's
and neat. I like that the thing you picked up doesn't have to do with a computer screen or you know, it's something that gets you away from the normal thing that we do.
This episode is brought to you by ShipStation. ShipStation is the fastest, easiest, and most affordable way to manage and ship your orders. As we've seen, this year has been unlike any other. We know that people are buying more stuff online than ever before. So if you're an e-commerce seller and need to fulfill those big orders efficiently, the choice is simple with ShipStation. In just a few clicks, you're managing your orders, printing out discounted shipping labels, and getting your products out fast. ShipStation allows us to integrate our online store easily to streamline our fulfillment process. They even have discounted shipping labels for all the major carriers like USPS, FedEx, and UPS. So no matter what you're selling or where you're selling, Amazon, Etsy, or your own website, ShipStation brings all your orders into one simple interface. You can even manage through your phone. No wonder ShipStation is the #1 choice of online sellers. And right now, Lunch Break podcast listeners can try ShipStation free for 60 days when you use offer code LUNCH. That's 60 days free when you use offer code LUNCH. Make sure your business is ready to meet the demands of a massive online shopping season. Get started at ShipStation.com today. Just click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in LUNCH. That's ShipStation.com, then enter offer code LUNCH. Make ship happen. Now back to the episode.
It's funny that Jen's answer was
plants.
She became a plant lady.
That's
as wild as Jenn gets. No, I'm not going to put any limitations on you. You're still thriving and growing.
No, because I was thinking about that question. I was like, other people's definition of wild is like sneaking into a club, you know, downing like 30 shots. Really.
Our definition is actual natural organic things.
Yeah.
Wild in the terms
like
of
drinking boba at 9 p.m.
Wild as in things that are alive. So plants for you, and
wild animals.
Yeah, wild animals. I've been taking a lot of walks.
With your mantis.
I'm telling the whole story. I've been taking a lot of walks in my neighborhood. It's a pretty quiet neighborhood, which I enjoy. I actually look forward to it every day. On one of these walks, I found a mantis about this big. It was this white six-legged creature walking on the sidewalk, and I was like, "Hey, this is a mantis. I used to have those as a kid. I used to have them as pets." Got really excited. I brought it home and I raised it, and I still have it. Found out that it's a California mantis is the species.
What?
I think it's a female. Almost 100% sure it's female. Her name is Scyther, named after the Pokemon. You know, mantids is a mantid is singular.
What?
Mantid.
Mantid?
Is a singular.
Mantis is plural? Wait, is plural mantis?
No, plural is mantis.
Then why have people been saying mantis this entire time?
It's kind of interchangeable. They're carnivorous. They're hunters. They eat other bugs. They don't eat any plants. They don't bite. They're not poisonous. They can get up to 6 inches long, some of the bigger ones.
I've never seen a mantis that color. Until you started posting about it.
It is very unique. I like raising these mantises because they're interesting. Like they're active. And one of the best things about raising this is being able to share some of these
mantis mukbangs.
I've been doing mantis mukbangs where I catch flies and crickets for it to eat.
You zoom in way too close.
And you get to see everything.
Way too close.
They grab them and they just start eating.
I think it's pretty, I think it's disgusting, but it's interesting.
Exactly. The consensus is this is terrifying, but I can't stop watching.
Yes.
In a lot of ways, it's it's the same thing as this. I'm watching you eat through a see-through barrier. It's like exactly what I showed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's been a wild quarantine.
It's funny though, you were saying, rewinding, when you're like going on walks and like just thinking about life. I feel like that's where we can relate because we like to introspect a lot. And we just kind of like, like daydreaming and always thinking. And I'm realizing that a lot of people don't do that. Like some people, that's just not wired in them. And I think maybe just because we surround ourselves with like-minded people, and I feel like all my friends, like the 2 a.m. type of talk, I can bring that out like at any given moment, and I'm okay with that. And I feel like all my friends are okay with that. But there's some people I'm realizing like they're not comfortable with that.
Yeah.
And like they don't have that with their friends. So I think it's really interesting.
In a way, I kind of wait for those talks to happen because that's when I feel most
alive.
Yeah, in my element.
Same, yeah.
A lot of times, if you're with new friends and they're, or you're meeting new people and you get into those talks, they'll be like, "Oh, so deep," and it's like, "No, this is just normal."
No, same.
I'm not saying I'm normally deep. I'm not saying that. It's just like the stuff we choose to talk about. Maybe that's more in that world. And as you get older, I feel like you find your tribe, as they say.
Ooh.
Like you learn to connect with people like-minded, and you celebrate that more and cherish that a lot more. And it's less about like the big outings and get turned up.
Yeah, I agree.
Nothing against that. I love that too.
Yeah.
But there's something nice about.
It's great if you can pair the two together.
It's great.
That bonding connection and the awesome adventure. Perfect. This week's episode is sponsored by HelloFresh. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. You can get fresh ingredients and recipes delivered right to your doorstep for easy and affordable cooking at home. For someone like me who feels like I don't have time to cook, HelloFresh is great because it gives you pre-measured ingredients and easy to follow recipes so you don't have to stress out about grocery runs or meal prep. They have a variety of meal choices to choose from so you can always try something new. There's something for everyone, including low-calorie, vegetarian, and kid-friendly recipes. It's also super flexible. You can change your delivery dates or food preferences as you go along, or even skip a week if you need it. I personally had a lot of fun with my recipes this month. I made the pork and veggie bibimbap and the crispy Parmesan chicken. These are very delicious and super easy to make. I'm not the greatest cook and not very confident in my skills, so HelloFresh makes this very easy for me by providing the ingredients already pre-measured. All I do is cut it up, and it definitely takes out the stress and makes me feel more confident in my skills. I would definitely be remaking these meals again. They were delicious, and it made me proud to be like, I made that all by myself. If you want to try out HelloFresh, we got something for you. Go to hellofresh.com/lunch80 and use code lunch80 for $80 off across 5 boxes, including free shipping on your first box. Again, that's hellofresh.com/lunch80 with code lunch80 to get $80 off across 5 boxes, including free shipping on your first box. Thanks. We have a Patreon question. If you guys are in the same high school, would you have become friends? I like asking this question to friends I didn't meet in high school.
Yeah, this is a good question.
No.
What? Like instant, like you.
But the person I was in high school, I was just like really shy, and I didn't have guy friends.
What makes you think I wasn't shy?
Well, that means we wouldn't have talked at all.
That's true.
So I didn't have guy friends because I don't know, in my head, I was just like, guys are scary. And then, but in college, I just got over that fear, and now it's like, yeah, I don't care.
Okay,
right?
so it was a hard pass for you right away. You knew.
It's I think we would have got along as friends,
but we didn't know that we would have got along.
Yeah, exactly.
We wouldn't have the opportunity to know that.
Yes, I think that was my problem as a high schooler. I never made that effort to become friends with people that I wanted to be friends with.
So would you say that's the one nugget of advice you tell your high school, hey, just go out there and...
Yeah, Stop being so isolated. Like,
She's talking to you guys now, for all
stop
you.
being so isolated.
Except when you're at home
I mean, but
studying.
they are isolated, so keep staying isolated.
No, everyone understands. I think in a way that's like very natural behavior for high school is such an awkward time. Come on.
It is.
Let's not even talk about junior high.
Okay, well, what do you think
It's
we
funny
were friends?
because this question reminds me of the one we did with Justin and Taylor about like if we were a family, what would the sibling dynamic be? Let's see. In high school, let's just assume that we're in the same grade first, so we're the same age. Wow, that's already a big jump. We would have some classes, and I'd say hi, and I definitely recognize the like, oh, she's a good person, she's a kind person, very talented. I think I was the same. I wouldn't like go out of my way to get to know you better. And I think that would come more from, I don't know if she wants to talk to me. Why would I bother her?
I hear that a lot from past experience.
I don't want to bother her. She's cool. She's a cool person. In your yearbook, I'd like, I'd say, hey, Jen.
Tags.
They'd probably be like, I know we didn't really get to meet each other.
Oh, I'm getting triggered.
Oh, really?
It was like, oh, we would have been friends.
Yeah.
I got that message a lot.
What does that mean?
I feel like every time I read that, I was like, little hurt inside.
It means everyone wants to be your friend, but they're not. They want that permission.
It's funny because it's like a two-way thing. Like I was isolating myself because I was scared to interact with people, but they were scared to interact with me
Right.
because of that barrier too.
Yeah.
Not knowing what that barrier was, it was just like I'm shy.
So this is pretty accurate.
Yeah. So,
Oh, you know what? Oh, I got it. We had a group project and we carried the team. Like we carried the group to get that A+.
yes. Although I was totally a slacker.
Okay, never mind. Scratch that. It'd be me and Taylor carrying the team. But the good thing about those friendships is you have other chances to follow up on that promise that you made of like, oh, we would have been friends. And I think, say we went to the same college, maybe we did at that point. It was like, man, we were so awkward back then.
Foundation.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true.
So
It's never too late
never too late.
to reach out to friends.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. And these lunch dates, they passed by really quick. I know we didn't get through all the questions, but thanks everyone on Wong Fu Forward for submitting. If you guys want to be part of our Wong Fu Forward Patreon community, be sure to check that out. It's always great having new friends join in and get involved.
We also have new merchandise at wongfustore.com. We just released our core collection, so if you want to rep Wong Fu all day, every day, you can do that. We'll also be releasing more special edition merch on top of that every few months or so keep an eye out on that.
And let us know who you want to see on lunch date next. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and stay safe. Until next time, see ya.